Your relationship to food doesn't have to be a negative one, even when trying to change your weight. Today, we have a special guest, and we're going to dive deep into intuitive eating as a self-care eating framework for your health. Welcome to the Enhance Your Health podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Green, and you can join us each week where you will learn practical ways to enhance your overall health, physical and mental, along with special guest episodes from experts around the world. New episodes out each week on Mondays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for tips and action steps so that you can become the master of your health and life. And remember, this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only. You should always check with a healthcare professional before trying any new health protocol. It's time to enhance your health. Hey everybody, it's Dr. Michelle Green here with Enhance Your Health. Super excited for today's topic. Today we're going to be speaking with an expert on the topic of intuitive eating. Savannah Stone is the creator of Honey Girl Health. She's an integrative health and holistic nutrition coach that focuses on preventative health measures. Savannah helps people live more fulfilling lives by nourishing their bodies properly, creating sustainable changes in their day-to-day, and overall helping everyone feel empowered by their lives. She's a good friend of mine, and she is absolutely amazing. She's studied yoga for kids. She studied at the University of Hawaii, majoring in psychology, and she is an intuitive eating expert. Savannah, so excited and grateful to have you here with us today.
Hi, Dr. Michelle. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me on Enhance Your Health.
Absolutely. Super excited. And let's start off with our quote of the week. This week's quote is by the founder of Intuitive Eating, a revolutionary program that works, Evelyn Tribole. The quote is, "Make food choices that honor your health and taste buds while making you feel good. Remember that you don't have to eat a perfect diet to be healthy. You will not suddenly get a nutrient deficiency or gain weight from one snack, one meal, or one day of eating. It's what you eat consistently over time that matters. Progress, not perfection, is what counts." I love that quote, and we're going to dive deep into what intuitive eating is. So, Savannah, in your own words, how would you describe intuitive eating?
Intuitive eating is a postmodern nutrition approach, essentially meaning you eat when you're hungry and you stop when you're full. You address and fulfill your cravings, and most importantly, have a positive mindset towards your food and body. Basically, it's the opposite of any diet you may currently be familiar with. Rather than restricting yourself, you're taking a few moments throughout your day to ask yourself, how do I feel? Do I need any form of nourishment right now? When do I need it? What proportion do I need it in? And will this positively impact my life right now? Honestly, it sounds really simple, but most people have to relearn how to listen to their bodies. Because guess what? You're the best advocate for your body's needs.
I love that. That's such a great idea because everybody's body is different and no one diet is going to fit one person or everybody. So I love that. What started your interest in intuitive eating? How did you get into this subject?
That's a great question because like many people, I was not an intuitive eater. But I did start to notice there were diet trends that were happening that I could not align myself with. It even started from when I was a little girl and we were told we had to drink milk. And I would not do it. I would not drink milk. It didn't feel right to me. I can't explain it. And now here we are, 2020, and people might frown at you if you're drinking milk. And there's all these amazing milk alternatives, oat milk, almond milk, soy milk, and that kind of piqued me questioning, why did I know that I didn't like that? I'm not a picky eater. I honestly can't think of anything I don't like, but why did I know that that wasn't what was best for me? And I started to kind of dive into that. Through my schooling, I began learning about how we are all bio-individuals and things like our ancestors being from, say, like the Mediterranean or from Italy or from different parts of Europe, and how the certain diets that they had impact the genes and what we might be able to digest better, and that might affiliate with different cravings, what will energize us, what will make us more lethargic, what will give us certain reactions. There are just so many different factors to look at. And that's why you have to focus on what is best for you, yourself, and you, whatever the saying is.
That's really interesting to think how in their food choices impacted us, and then we are going to potentially impact our children and their children and the genes that they express as well. It's really interesting to think.
Exactly. And in today's society too, with there being so many hidden ingredients and false advertising in food, you truly have to be your biggest advocate and not so much trust what says natural or organic, and really eat what you feel is going to help you feel better.
I love that. It's all about what's going to increase your energy and make you feel the best that you can. And sometimes when you're just blindly following a diet, that's not always the case. So what are the benefits of intuitive eating?
So there are so many benefits to intuitive eating. First and foremost, it is a sustainable lifestyle change that satisfies your body, mind, and soul. Psychologically, you're validating and addressing what your body is asking for and creating a positive ripple effect within your life. So rather than restricting yourself from that midday sweet craving, maybe a coworker brought in a cupcake and everyone's eating the cupcakes, don't stop yourself. That one cupcake isn't going to kill you. If anything, it's going to bring you more joy to be indulging that with your friends or coworkers at this event, whatever it is, than it will be to restrict you from having it. That being said, however, if you are having constant sweet cravings, you do want to look at things that will again energize you, whether that's dark chocolate, maybe having a piece of fruit, whatever will satisfy that craving, some stevia. Rather than restricting yourself from that midday sweet craving, you allow yourself to have the dark chocolate, thus releasing some serotonin receptors, putting you in a better mood at work, and maybe you'll accomplish more because you're a little bit happier. You come home because you're feeling better. You have a better relationship with your family. It's a ripple effect throughout your day. Those who practice intuitive eating typically notice increased energy levels, decreased body image issues, decreased BMI, weight loss, and it has been linked to help those experience less depression and anxiety if that's something that they might be suffering from.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Right? There's so many benefits. Intuitive eating also allows you to be better connected with your body. Your body will tell you if you need something. You just have to trust it. A lot of our cravings and things that we just reach for without thinking are actually symptoms. They might be telling us something. For example, if you're craving something fatty, you might be lacking some essential fatty acids. And that's when you'll recognize to nourish yourself through maybe having some avocado or whole eggs in your diet. Again, if you are craving sweets regularly, your body might need that serotonin boost. Maybe instead of always reaching for the treat, you take a walk around the neighborhood or you do a little self-care. Maybe it's just telling you that you need to rest for a second and just take a break and do something for yourself. You might be lacking certain minerals and vitamins that your body might be needing, such as magnesium, chromium, or B vitamins. If you're craving salt, that's a huge indicator that you might be dehydrated or lacking electrolytes. So truly listening to your body's needs, asking yourself those core questions: what will nourish me? What will make me feel better in this moment? And you can kind of go from there.
That's amazing. So you're really learning to listen to, you may be craving something, but it may be saying that there's a healthier alternative to whatever that craving is.
Exactly, yeah. And it's easy for people to say, like, I intuitive eat, meaning I just eat whatever I feel like eating. And I do want people to feel that way, but also make positive health decisions. When we talk about listening to your body, that doesn't mean you have cake every day as much as you listen to your body, but you're nourishing it.
So really what you're saying is that intuitive eating is not about like eating cake every day or eating unhealthy foods, but really listening to your body. If you're craving those things, it may be deficient in something, and you can listen to your body and then put those nutrients in that it needs. Is that correct?
That's exactly correct. Our body is this amazing machine. It's intuitive. It knows what we need before we know we need it, before even the doctors might recognize that we need it. And just connecting with that, really to help you find the root cause of what will be going on, can save you in the long run from any health issues or deficiencies, chronic illnesses that you might face in the future.
That makes sense. And I always say it's better to listen to your body when it's whispering than to wait till it screams. And I feel like you're listening to your body when it's giving you these subtle messages, and it really helps to develop that skill.
I love that. I'm going to start using that.
So who would be a good person to implement this type of eating, this intuitive eating?
Honestly, I personally believe everyone would benefit from taking time throughout your day just to check in with yourself and see what your body needs. We all get caught up in the day-to-day, and it's so easy to forget to hydrate, to nourish, to fuel our amazing bodies that do literally so much for us. We are all bio-individuals. No diet works for everybody. No lifestyle works for everybody. As you evolve, your diet and your lifestyle evolve too. So with intuitive eating, you can let that evolution happen naturally with your diet. Additionally, people react to different foods because of their microbiomes. I talked about it briefly before, but that's their unique collection of good and bad bacteria. Factors like your heritage, genes, location of your upbringing, whether or not you're born from a C-section or a vaginal birth, all have influence on what is going to be best for you in your specific diet needs.
That is really interesting, and I agree. I think everyone would really benefit from being able to learn what their body's trying to tell them. Out of curiosity, what things have you seen personally or even working with clients when people start to incorporate these types of eating styles, the intuitive eating?
Absolutely. I love that question because I specifically work with a lot of young women and young adult women, maybe 18 or 19-year-old, and it's scary how common it is how people suffer from anxiety surrounding food. Intuitive eating allows them to enjoy their food without that guilt or that shame while simultaneously eating more nutritious meals and properly fueling their bodies. So when working with these clients and kind of focusing on intuitive eating, they start to notice increased energy, more vitality, hormonal balance, their skin clears up, they become more vibrant. It's just incredibly empowering to watch these young women blossom just from listening to themselves, and I imagine it's an empowering experience for them to have that control. Mm-hmm. Orthorexia is another very common form of eating disorder that doesn't get spoken of a lot, but it surrounds, as people start to focus on diets, they overemphasize what's right and what's wrong. And the reality is life is not black and white. You can have a cookie, you can have some chocolate, you can eat poorly for 2 weeks straight because you're not feeling great and that's what's kind of making you feel better. And you don't have to feel bad about it. You have to do what is going to make you feel better, which will then help you make better decisions for your body.
I love that because especially men and women, but I can relate to the women's side of it. There's a lot of shame around food and food choices and making the right choices. So I love that takes that out of it. How can someone start, if they wanted to start implementing some of the principles of intuitive eating, how can they start implementing that today?
Yes, so there are principles to intuitive eating, and the first one is reject the diet mentality. You do not have to say no to certain things, yes to certain things. Honor your hunger. If you practice intermittent fasting, but it's 9 a.m. on a Tuesday and you're hungry, eat. Just eat. Make peace with food. That will allow you to truly enjoy what you're eating. Smell it, taste it, chew it, digest it, honor it. This is food. This is fuel. This is giving you so many different dopamine, serotonin boosters. All these different chemical reactions happen when you eat. Be excited about it. Challenge the food police. Someone might tell you that you shouldn't have something, that's not good, that's bad. Do your own research. Find what's best for you. Find the products that work for you. Discover the satisfaction factor. Figure out what you truly do enjoy and what you truly don't enjoy. You'd be surprised how many foods you eat a day just because it's there and you're not actually satisfied by it. And feel your fullness. This one is I always have to work on, and I recommend starting with just smaller portion sizes. When you finish your plate, wait a few seconds, ask yourself, am I full or am I still hungry? And most of the time you'll realize that you're full. Cope with your emotions and be kind to yourself. And then lastly, respect your body.
Those are great principles to live by. And I think that everyone would benefit from figuring out what they really enjoy, what they really love, listening to their body. And I think it's so important. And it definitely sounds like it's something that's going to have to be practiced, and it's going to take time, like you said at the beginning, to relearn things. So why would someone benefit from having that extra support if they were to want to be more intuitive with their eating?
Absolutely. So as intuitive eating is, like you said, you have to relearn and trust your body. You have to relearn the things that you like. You have to take pauses multiple times a day and just check in with yourself. And that's not always easy. You can set reminders on your phone. That would be the first step I would recommend. But to have somebody who is there to talk through it with you will, one, hold you accountable, and two, help you, assist you with making more nutritious decisions. For example, if you are starting the intuitive eating journey and you do notice yourself starting to crave a lot of certain things, a health coach or a doctor can help you identify what are some better alternatives to those salt cravings, what are some healthy, fun recipes that will give you a full spectrum of vitamins, minerals, proteins, fats, exactly what you need to realkalize your mouth, to help your gut flora, all the different factors of your body to really make you thrive.
I love that. It's all about thriving, not just surviving.
I love that.
So I am so happy and grateful for this information, and I know everyone listening is so grateful for you, because this is really amazing information, and I feel like it's kind of like a lost art. A lot of people have forgotten how to listen to their bodies and kind of get into that diet mindset and get trapped in that. So I'm really excited even to start implementing some of these in my own life. And that brings us to our challenge of the week. Our challenge of the week is try one of these principles. Just take one of the principles and apply it in your life. Do you want to add anything to that, Savannah?
Absolutely. Yes. I highly recommend learning the difference between emotional eating and physical hunger. Boredom or sad eating is not intuitive eating. Recognize those cues and find something else to distract yourself. I recommend a concentration game like Sudoku or a crossword, going for a walk, calling a friend, or even making yourself a cup of tea. That corresponds perfectly with the 10 principles.
I love that. That's awesome. So you heard it from Savannah herself. Try out this challenge of the week. If you do try it out, make sure to post it on social media if you want. Hashtag EYH challenge. I would love to see what you're doing for yourself, how you're putting these principles into your day-to-day life, how it's making you feel, and let us know. You can tag us. Honeygirl Health is Savannah's Instagram. On Facebook, she's Honeygirl Health and Wellness, or tag me at Dr. Michelle Green. And check out Savannah's website, honeygirlhealth.com. She has amazing resources on there. She is a coach for intuitive eating, and she's also puts out a lot of great information. She also has an ebook series that she has come out with. It's called the Goldenrod series. It's amazing. I read some of them and I love them. It helps you to incorporate herbal medicine from herbs you can find in your backyard, which is really, really great. So thank you again, Savannah, for sharing your amazing wisdom with us. I know this is going to help a lot of people. Also, you can visit my website, drmichellegreen.com. We'll have the transcript of all of this on there. And is there anything else you want to share, Savannah, before we go?
Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Michelle. You have been such a mentor for so many years now. I'm so excited to be collabing with you. And again, if anyone has any questions, feel free to email me, DM me. I promise I'll answer.
That's awesome. Yes, definitely check out her website. It's user-friendly and it just has great information on there. So thank you again, Savannah. Appreciate it. It's time to enhance your health.